Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Reload!
Brady going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Brady. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. On the return comes Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So this game of our, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Carter. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Breece Hall from 4 yards out. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Beckham. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Sugar! Let's go on. No, 66. Help him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
26.
On third down, here's Hall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, these two teams, the Eagles and Colts, the two best rushing teams in the NFL in 2021 a season ago. The Eagles, maybe a surprise to many that they were number 1 last year. Of course, they got a lot of rushing yards from their quarterback that helped them. And the Colts, with Jonathan Taylor, they were number 2. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Back to the ground with Hall. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Colts 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now, These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Hall again on second down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll go again with Hall. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Taron Johnson made the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll give to Hall. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Hall again. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 28 yards. A York on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. That's the tight end Hurst with it. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Regular! Go Bandit!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Hey, check it! Hey, Alabama!
Throwing on first down is Brady. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Ozzie!
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Sugar! Let's go up. No, 66. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing now is Brady. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Alpha. Alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Again, that's Hurst. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Goal 50. Hey, goal 66.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be a Philadelphia 1st down.
Check it. Alert. 72.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Hey, check it. Hey, Alabama. Rip.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Paris Campbell with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Over.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Ozzie, sugar. Let's go on. No, tick. Hey.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Alert! Check it, reload! Goal 50.
Here's Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Hey, goal 66. Rip. 72. Shadow. 53, Linda.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Brady going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
Go Bandit! Let me go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Odell Beckham. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Ball again on 2nd down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 162 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hall again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw here on target to Hurst. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, check it. Hey, Alabama. Ozzie. 72.
Now Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A handoff for Hall. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Wind out. You got 58.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Ertz, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Wait, set.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.